Hey everybody, this is Morgan J. Ingram here, host of the SDR Chronicles, and this is SDR Chronicles number 65. Thank you guys for the continued support and watching the channel, from all the tips and the traits and the motivation from all the other sales leaders that come on this show. So I appreciate that a lot. And the topic that we're going to talk about today is how to use your rep's strength to maximize their productivity. And I think this is super important just as a sales development manager now, seeing people's strengths and how to maximize that. But we're going to talk about how to actually do that and to make sure that your reps are performing at the optimal level. So we're going to go into point number one. So point number one is that you need to use the data to figure out what your reps are doing super well. So, what I found out is that, of course, every single rep doesn't do one method of channel the best, right? So basically, one rep can do phone really well, and then another rep can do video really well, another person can do personalization really well, another person can be the best prospector, right? So what I found out is that each rep on my team has something special about them that makes them stand out. So how you figure that out is by diving into the data and figuring out what exactly they're really good at and how are they converting their opportunities into demos and how are they handing it off to their account executive. So what I found out is some people are really, really good on the phone. They can only get people on the phone, and their emails are not as good, right? Or someone's emails are just amazing, but their phone skills are not as good. Or someone makes amazing videos, but their phone and their emails are not getting the demos. So it depends, right? There's no wrong way to do it. As long as you're, doing the method of communication, your outreach, obviously you're gonna get the right things in the right trajectory. So what I found out is that by diving down into each one of my reps' strengths, and actually maximize their productivity to get them to where they needed to go. So that was also like one of the more important things that I found out in my role as I continue to grow as a leader, is by you have to get in the data to figure out what they're really good at. So that's number one. Number two coincides with number one. Find out what they love to do. So at the end of the day, I just found out that, from the data, I found out what people are really good at, they actually love doing. Like, this person's really good at cold calling. Wow, they actually love cold calling. This person really good at videos. They actually love videos. So what I found out is I always ask my reps, like, what do you love doing the most? Is it personalization? Is it prospecting? Is it videos? By finding out what they love, then you can also coincide it with number one and saying, hey, this is actually what you're really good at. Let's do more of it. So now you get them the buy-in of being more excited to doing their outreach, and now they're more bought into the process of doing their SDR role, and they actually will be able to maximize their opportunities and their potential at the end of the day. So that's also super beneficial because that's going to help productivity in the long run, and it's going to help your reps keep excited and motivated. So that's number two. And number three, the number 3 point at the end of the day, to make sure that your reps are doing the strengths of what they need to do is realizing that at the end of the day, like, this is going to beneficially help them in the long run, right? This is going to help them be more productive. So if you're more proficient with the strengths that you have, you're going to be more locked in and you're going to be more excited to do those things, right? So basically, by using your rep's strengths, they're going to be more productive because that's something that they're actually going to be a lot more used to doing. It's going to be easier for them to do, and it's going to be a streamlined process. It's not going to be pushing a boulder up a hill, right? It's not going to be like that. It's basically going to be like, hey, you're just cruising down the road and no one's beside you, right? It's all green lights. So that's how you need to see it, is that you have to see it as like, hey, this is going to be more proficient for my reps because you're actually tailoring it towards their strengths. And by tailoring it towards their strengths, you're going to help them be more excited, more easy flowing, and they're going to have more basically buy-in for their proficiency, and they're actually going to be more productive at the end of the day. And so those are the 3 points I have, guys. How to use your rep strengths to maximize productivity. Thank you so much, guys. As I always say, keep dialing, and I'll see you guys soon.